Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious Southern Hospitality Pound Cake from scratch. Now, some people may ask, what kind of pound cake is this? Well, I should tell you. This cake was inspired by the bluebell ice cream flavor Southern Hospitality. It consists of a butter vanilla pound cake with chunks of pineapple, roasted pecans, and a strawberry swirl. And guess what? And after the cake is baked, we top it with a creamy and sweet cream cheese icing that you're gonna love. This cake you can get about 18 to 20 or possibly more servings, all depending on how you slice it. It's like the Southern Hospitality flavor ice cream, except for it's made into a cake, and it's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your homemade Southern Hospitality Pound Cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, baking soda, unsalted butter softened and at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, whole milk at room temperature, sour cream at room temperature, cream cheese at room temperature, 3/4 cup of crushed pineapple, with the pineapple juice drained and pressed out of the pineapple, so you should have 3/4 cup of that left over. You will also need some chopped pecans, freeze-dried strawberries, vanilla extract, butter extract, cake batter extract, and some confectioner sugar. And for your tools, you will need a small food processor, some Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray, and to bake your cake, you will need a Nordic Ware anniversary bundt pan. Now this is a 12 to 15 cup in capacity bundt pan. And there we have it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 degrees. Alright, let's get straight to it. So we're going to get started with the items that's going to go into the cake. And after that, we're going to proceed to make the cake batter. So here I have a regular standard 9 by 13 inch baking pan. And from there, we're going to add 1 cup of our chopped pecans right on in there. And shake the pan to make sure everything is nice and even. Now it's ready to go in the oven. Now you're going to place this into a preheated 375 degree oven on the middle rack. Roast this for 6 to 7 minutes. After about 6 to 7 minutes, you're going to go ahead and remove the pecans out of the oven. And as you can see, the pecans should be just a little bit darker in color, and it should have a nice little roasted pecan smell to them. That's exactly what you're looking for. Now I'm going to let these cool completely. Alright, let's get started making our strawberry powder. So in a small food processor, add 1.5 ounces in weight of your freeze-dried strawberries into the food processor. Blend this for 1 minute or until the mixture turns into a powder. And as you can see, that mixture is a nice, fine strawberry powder. Alright, let's get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer inside of it, you're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift all the ingredients into the medium-sized bowl. Stir all your ingredients together. Now for our wet ingredients, in a separate medium-sized bowl, add 2/3 cup of whole milk at room temperature, 2/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of cake batter extract. Take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, you can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 3 sticks of unsalted butter softened and at room temperature right on in there. And to that, we're going to add 3 cups of sugar. Start your mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Turn your mixer up to the highest setting and mix this on high speed for 6 minutes. Now at some point during those 6 minutes, you're going to go ahead and stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Start your mixer on a medium speed. Add 5 large eggs in at room temperature, one at a time. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Alright, next we're going to alternate the all-purpose flour mixture and the milk and sour cream mixture into the batter 3 separate times. Now we're not doing any measurements or anything like that at this time. Add the first amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the milk and sour cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the milk and sour cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the third amount of the milk and sour cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. For this next step, you do not need a mixer. Add 3/4 cup of your crushed pineapple, completely drained of its juices, and 1 cup of your roasted chopped pecans. Take a spatula and fold the ingredients into the batter. Make sure you fold it in really well. Scrape down the sides of your bowl, and from there our pound cake batter is now ready. Spray your bundt pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Add your prepared pound cake batter into the bundt pan. Take a spatula and spread the cake batter around the bundt pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your bundt pan and tap the bottom of the bundt pan with your hand. Alright, that looks good. Alright, next you're going to take your strawberry powder and you're going to generously sprinkle that on top of the cake batter. You're going to go all around the bundt pan with this. You're going to take a back of a spoon and you're going to swirl that strawberry powder into the cake batter. Now you're going to go all around the bundt pan with this. Now you want to make sure that you do 2 full laps of swirling the strawberry powder into the cake batter. So once you go down around once, you do it again. Take a spatula and spread the cake batter around the bundt pan as evenly as possible. And again, to make the batter more even, shake your bundt pan and tap the bottom of the bundt pan with your hand. Now it is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 325-degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Let the cake cool for about 2 to 3 hours before removing it out of the pan. Alright, the cake has cooled completely. So here I have a regular pizza pan. I'm going to place that on top of the bundt pan. And from there, I'm going to flip the cake over onto the pizza pan. And there we go. Whoops. Looks like I made a mistake. That's alright, I'm not perfect. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and fix that up right quick. And there we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get started with making our cream cheese icing. So in this medium-sized bowl, add 1 1/4 cups of confectioner sugar, 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 2 1/2 tablespoons of warm whole milk, 1.5 ounces in weight of cream cheese softened and at room temperature, right on in there, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract. Take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together until that cream cheese icing is creamy and smooth with no visible lumps, like how you see here. Okay, next you're going to take your cream cheese icing and you're going to pour it on top of your cake. The icing may be a little bit on the thick side. That is normal. Alright, all done. Let the icing set for about 15 minutes, and after that, the cake is ready to be served. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Hospitality Pound Cake, inspired by Bluebell ice cream, made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on X, formerly Twitter, under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Oh, yes. Y'all, I gotta tell you, this cake is super, super rich. I mean, it's soft. It's a little bit on the dense side, moist. You have the crunchiness of those pecans, the sweetness of the strawberry and pineapple. Oh my goodness, y'all. And with that cream cheese frosting, it complements the cake really well. When I tell you, this is delicious. It is delicious. Now, this is not the kind of cake you should eat every single day. I mean, that's not what this is. It can get addicting once you have one slice. Because you have one slice, you have another slice, another one. So be careful now. Yeah. And also, I want to let y'all know when you cut the cake, make sure you cut the cake with a serrated knife. Like with any cake that has like any kind of nuts in it or pineapple or anything, just take a serrated knife and cut the cake versus taking a knife that's just straight and cut through it. Because if you cut it straight through, it's just going to mess up the whole presentation. Just to let y'all know. But overall, wonderful, perfect, and delicious Southern Hospitality Pound Cake. Now, does this taste like the Southern Hospitality Bluebell ice cream? Nah. But this cake holds its own. It's really, really good. So, give it a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.